Hi guys, welcome to the LinkedIn live session of Geeks for Geeks. This is Shagun Mahajan, Senior Executive Team Branding and Collaboration from Geeks for Geeks. So today we've come together for this live session and we're going to discuss a very interesting topic which is kickstarting your content creation journey, side hustle, steps to success. So for this interesting topic and interesting discussion, we have two very interesting guest with us. One is our Chandan Agarwal, who is there with us, who is basically SD at Microsoft and who has 100k plus followers on LinkedIn, and he's doing great. So let's welcome Chandan.
Hey, hi everyone.
Hi
Thanks
Chandan,
for
how are
inviting me.
you?
Yeah, I am doing good. How are you?
I'm great. So how's your day been like?
Yeah. Day is going good. Today's weekend, so just
Yeah, Friday feels right.
yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right. Great, wonderful. So, guys, it's time to welcome our second guest. So, this time we have brought one. So, Chandan is a techie. We all know he has been there multiple times. So, we all know him, right? Very well. So, we have one more guest with us who is a non tech, who is a content creator. She is a content writer. She is a student also, a Josh Talk speaker and whatnot. She is doing great with her LinkedIn. She has over 60k followers. So let's welcome Chinmay Tripathi.
Hi everyone. So, how are you all, guys?
Hi Chinmay, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you all doing?
Great. So happy
Yeah,
to have you. It's your first, I think, event with us, right?
yeah. First, even I'm more than excited to be here, and I'm really happy to share my insights with everyone.
Great. Okay, that's wonderful. So, guys, let's just start. I mean, like, I'm also very excited for this discussion because this is one of my favorite topics. Honestly speaking, content writing, side hustle, and all of this because it's moving a lot. I mean, like, we all know how crazy this thing has been all the time over LinkedIn, on Instagram, and I mean, you guys are the best people, whom I could call today. So let's
Thank
start.
you.
So everyone, we all know that how content creation is being like. Content writing is something which is gaining all attention these days. We all know what the scope is, right? Along with our job, we know that we can do a lot better to upgrade our skills, to get into different fields. So today we are here to discuss content writing, the scope of content writing as a side hustle from two different perspectives. One is, of course, the tech perspective. All the geeks out there, Chandan is going to guide them through his knowledge and all the experience which he has, because we all know, along with being SD at Microsoft, he's doing great with his LinkedIn. And secondly, we have Chinmaya, who is obviously, she's a little new to GFG, but again, as a non-tech person, she's going to guide us as a content writer, because she's a great content writer. Like, she has given Josh talk and researches and lot. So of course, at the age, I mean, like, she's just in college, guys, last year of college, and she's been at that place. So it's great. So let's start with the questions. So just gonna clear it out. It's gonna be a question Q&A type thing, and we're gonna do it like in a very casual discussion. So let's get started. Firstly, I want to ask Chandan. So, Chandan, tell us about, little bit about your background. We know you're into Microsoft. We know how you got there. But let's talk a bit about your content writing thing. I think सबको इतना पता नहीं होगा that you are also into the writing. You've written multiple experiences. You've shared a lot of things. So, tell us a bit about that. Let's discuss that today. Chandan, you're on mute. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. I'm audible now.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
perfectly audible.
Yeah. So I was saying thanks for inviting me on this panel, and like apart from my technical works on like from my college days, I was really interested to write some questions or some experiences on like majorly on the Geeks for Geeks. So in college days as well, I wrote almost 30 plus articles, like coding articles on GFG platform, and like even pay me for that too. Like I'm not sure about the money, but they pay me for like per article. After reviewing, definitely there are some plagiarism and check will be there whether my article is unique or not. My voice is echoing. Can you please turn off your like either mic or something?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. So in my college days, I wrote almost 30 plus articles, as I said. And after my college, I wrote, like many articles and my experiences on Lead Code as well, on Medium as well. When I was in Infosys, I wrote some articles on Medium platform. Like it's a very good platform for blogging and all. And for like as far as my LinkedIn journey is concerned, almost every day I wrote something on LinkedIn. And basically, like in my earlier days of LinkedIn, I started LinkedIn from like Corona days, the COVID era. So 2020, so mid summer, I think. So I started from there. So whatever I do, any competition, anything, so I posted there with some, with some information, with some like so that it will help some people. After getting into Microsoft, or before even Microsoft as well, I thought, okay, my community gets something more from me. So I started, something like memes. So currently I'm doing memes with technical things. So they are doing, like, memes are doing very good for me. So definitely, these are my content creation side hustles. So yeah.
Okay, great, great. That's great. Of course, you have built such a good community. So yeah. So now the same question goes for Chinmay also. So let's know a bit about your journey.
Yeah, sure. So, hi guys, I'm Chinmaya, content creator and final year graduation student. I'm a social media marketer and a personal brand strategist, assisting entrepreneurs, businesses, C-suits, and busy individuals in enhancing their personal brands on social media. My journey as a content creator began around mid August last year. Back then, I used to write blogs and articles, as Chandan mentioned that during COVID, so it's same for me. And I was very crazy about writing stories while I was in first standard, second standard, but then I dropped off. Last year, I discovered the latest trend of creating content on LinkedIn, which impressed me because it was influential, it was informative, captivating, and professional. I started writing for few people, and soon my friend and mentors encouraged me to join LinkedIn and start creating content. Since then, I've been actively engaged in content creation on these platforms. So yeah, just a small story.
Great, great, great. So you started just in August, and like it's just 1 year. I mean, like in a year,
Yeah,
you
it's
have
yeah,
so
it's not even in year, but yeah, as I started off in like end August and mid August, so
Mhm.
yeah, it's almost a year
Great,
now.
great, great. So you're like when you had that passion for content writing, I think from childhood only, because you've been writing
Exact.
blogs before.
Yeah, I used to write stories,
Oh,
but then I dropped. And then during COVID, I was having nothing to do. Like I was having a lot many things to do, but I used to write blogs on Blogger. Even I used to
great.
post my link on Pinterest as well. So I've been creating content on LinkedIn and Instagram. Yeah, both.
That's great. Okay, wonderful. So let's move on to our second question, and the question is for Chinmay. So Chinmay, I wanted to know. See, of course, as a content writer, we all know, like, people know the positive part that we have done this, we have done that, but we know the
Sure.
challenges. Like, we know what the problems we faced, what challenges we faced. So please tell us about them and how you overcome, so that people can get little motivation from that.
Sure. Shagun, can we mute the mic? Because, okay. Okay. So if I talk about challenges, of course challenges तो थे ही and सबसे ज़्यादा जो मेरे लिए challenging चीज़ थी वो दो चीज़ थी सबसे पहले था time management. So balancing my side hustle with my regular job and personal life was tough. My job means my ongoing college. To overcome this, I created a strict schedule and set aside specific hours each day for my side hustle. I also learned to say no to some non essential commitments to make my time for this particular thing. Also, I had to face a lot of internet issue, to be honest, as the connectivity is not that good inside my campus. एंड देन सेकेंड थिंग इज लैक ऑफ कंटेंट आइडियाज जिसको हम ये भी बोलते हैं कि कंटेंट की कमी सो ये मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ करती थी एंड देन एट दैट पॉइंट आई यूज टू स्ट्रगल अ लॉट बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग के 5 कंटेंट तो इजीली बन जाते थे एंड देन उसके बाद आई यूज टू थिंक दैट व्हाट नेक्स्ट टू बी डन सो आई हैव टू एवरी टाइम कम अप विथ न्यू इनोवेटिव आइडियाज So it used to be very difficult for me. But then I used to see other people what they are doing. I used to research. So I'm not saying that just copy, but yeah, we used to get more ideas. So I used to get more creative after getting into the research and taking like reading out others content, and then I used to come up with my own content that okay, we can do this. So that's how. So daily things and the practice made me more innovative, and content ideas started coming more enough. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, I completely agree with your point when it comes to content ideas. I mean, like, lack of content ideas is something which every content writer faces. So, this
True.
is a good tip for them. I mean, like, to consume more, you can basically consume more content to produce better content. That is the fun.
Exactly. Once you go through, like for example, if somebody is talking about fintech and he is too much skeptical about one thing, that okay, what next? So you guys can check out what other creators are doing. So from that you may get some other ideas. So yeah, that's how. In fact, sometimes people comment. So from comments also you can create some content. So that's how it works.
Yeah, that is the best way. So thank you so much for the inputs. Now moving on to our third question, which is for Chandan. So Chandan, like, you have been creating content, you've written so many articles and LinkedIn posts and everything. So one roadblocker which comes is basically the creativity, the tips which people basically find कि अच्छे tips क्या हैं for good quality content. And I have been, I have gone through your content, which is really nice. So what tips you would like to give to audience for quality content over here?
या सो लाइक जैसा चिन्मया ने कहा, सो अगेन वही चीज़ कि आपको बहुत ज़्यादा एक रिसर्च बहुत ज़्यादा करनी पड़ेगी। आप रिसर्च के अंदर मेरे अकॉर्डिंग आता है कि जैसे जो लोग आर्टिकल्स लिख रखे हैं, दोज आर ऑलरेडी रिटन सम आर्टिकल्स, मैं उनको देखता हूँ कि वो लिखते कैसे हैं, व्हाट आर द थिंग्स विच दे डिड, कीप वेरी शॉर्ट एंड विद विद बिट बिट पॉइंट टू पॉइंट, not that too much story or not that too much things. Storytelling is something else, but yeah, as far as the article is concerned, so like if I write some experience, so it will be like company name, like what I from where I applied, right, date ho sakti hai, when I applied, and then after that some questions, DSA, then computer fundamentals, then this, so it will be more, सबसे ज्यादा जो एक बार में शायद सामने वाले को समझ में आ जाए, मेरा ये मानना है। दूसरी चीज, जैसा मेरा जो कंटेंट है वो है मीम्स, जनरली जो अभी के लिए, तो मीम्स के लिए कहीं ना कहीं आपको बहुत ज़्यादा ट्विटर या जो भी ट्रेंडिंग के अंदर है, विच इज इंस्टाग्राम, इंस्टाग्राम के ऊपर आपको समझ में आ जाता है कि अच्छा ये वाली वीडियो ट्रेंडिंग है, जल्दी वाट से हटो, लेट से, है ना, राइट, बहुत सारे मीम्स है। तो आपको कहीं ना कहीं वहां से देखना पड़ता है, आइडिया लेने पड़ते हैं कि इसको किस तरीके से टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में कनेक्ट कर पाऊँ ताकि लोगों को बेटर समझ में आए। और नॉट ओनली मीम्स, मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि मीम्स के साथ में कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन भी हो ताकि वो मीम्स के जरिए दे विल गेट टू नो कि ओ ओके, अच्छा ये चीज इस तरीके से काम करती है, ओके यार इंटरेस्टिंग है, ये चीज इंटरेस्टिंग है कि कितना फनी है, तो वो हर चीज में शायद वो मीम्स को लेके ही लर्न कर पाए, मेरा ये तरीका रहता है। एंड अगेन बाद में एज एन लाइक आपको कैसा लगेगा, उस कोई अगर दूसरा कोई आर्टिकल पढ़ रहा है सेम इस तरीके से देखते हुए कि हाँ अगर मैंने उस आर्टिकल को पढ़ा होता तो मुझे कैसा लगता, अगर वो अच्छा लग रहा है आपको, देन यू आर रेडी टू गो, अदरवाइज यू हैव टू रिफैक्टर इट अगेन। सो डेफिनेटली
Okay,
तीस तरीके।
that is great, great, great tip. So yeah, moving on to our second question. So one more thing, guys, we'll be taking up the questions at the end of the session. So I can see a lot of questions coming in the comment section. But again, let's we'll cover up the topics. Then stay till the end. Both of them will be answering all your questions at last. So, okay. So now, Chinmaya, the question is for you. Now you see, you said that you started in August your creation, the content creation journey on LinkedIn. But content writing, the blogs and everything, you are writing it pehle se. So, if I talk about the skills that a content writer need to possess and how to learn them, so like what skills do we need to? Of course, one thing is that you have to consume others' content, which is there, but apart from that, what other skills do you think, maybe a lot of students are there right now because GFG has a lot of students audience. So might be a lot of students in the audience want to know this, that what are the skills they should learn and how they should learn and develop those skills basically.
Okay, so there are some essential skills for content writing, and I'll tell my thing as well. So I'll tell you the number one thing is that you should have writing skills, strong writing skills. So content writers, it's very basic that you have to be proficient in grammar, you have to be proficient in spellings and sentence restructures. This is very basic. They should be able to convey ideas clearly and concisely. I learned this skill by analyzing and studying various writing styles and practicing writing regularly. I used to make a lot of mistakes. So that how the practice made me. And second thing is research abilities. Content writing often requires researching topics thoroughly to provide accurate and valuable information. And I developed the skills by learning how to find reliable sources, fast checking, and organizing information effectively through different things. Like I used to research on Quora, I used to research on Reddit, and then from different places. And then a third thing is that we have to understand the target audience. Very important thing. A good content writer knows their target audience and tailors their writing to resonate with them. And I learned this by studying audience demographics and preferences, analyzing the feedback, and adapting my writing accordingly. And then comes the very important thing, that is adaptability and creativity. Now, content writers often work on diverse topics and formats. Being adaptable and creative helps in generating fresh ideas and engaging content. So I enhance these skills by experimenting with different writing styles and exploring various subjects. So if I talk, like Chandan said that he used memes. So I've done many different things: story writing and article writing and various things. So I must suggest that practice and continuous learning are essential to become a skilled content writer. Reading quality content, staying updated with industry trends, and seeking feedback can also contribute to improving your writing abilities. And one more important thing is that if you're writing for social media, the readability should not increase more than 2 to 3 minutes, because people often get bored, right? But articles and blogs, it can be lengthy because they are meant for that. So yeah, just that I must say. And the language should be easy as much as possible if we are talking about the social media content, right?
Great, great, wonderful. I think those are really, really insightful tips, and I completely agree with what all you said. The language part, definitely, because social media, attention span is very less. 2 3 minutes
Exactly.
is like the max we can go to, and that is where a good content writer, comes into the place. Okay,
And
so
yes.
right, right. What were you saying?
No, no, I was just saying that the language, like people often use very fancy words, very
Yeah,
difficult
it's
vocabulary. So I must suggest
nice.
that if something is, if for example, if you have to use word perfect, so use the word perfect. Don't use the craziest synonym. Don't say that it's impeccable or something like that. So yeah,
Right. I
that's
think
it.
this is a mistake which a lot of people do. I mean, like I also see this across. Coffee people do
Exactly.
this mistake that they tend to make it like to look fancy and everything. So they try to stuff more high vocabulary, but they don't understand the the skill is that use as simple as possible. Like make it more simple, right?
Yeah, true.
Great. So let's move on to the next question. So it's for
Like,
Chandan. So,
before moving forward,
yes,
I want to
yes,
add something in Chanya's
sure.
thing. So, जैसे चिन्मया ने बोला कि you have to be very good or very good in grammar, which I bit disagree. The problem is बहुत सारे लोगों की तो प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है कि उनको कोई कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आता अंदर से कि पता नहीं लोग मुझे क्या कहेंगे because of my grammar. So for that, two things. One is, you can install some Grammarly extension so that it will definitely help you out. Second thing is, इतना लोगों का मैं तो नहीं सोचता, लोग क्या कहेंगे, अगर लोग क्या कहेंगे ये भी हम सोचे तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे फिर, तो इतना नहीं सोचना. सिंपल सी बात है, इफ यू स्टार्ट, डेफिनेटली जब मैंने मीडियम से स्टार्ट किया तो देयर आर मेनी ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक्स, हो सकता है कोई करे भी. वी कैन, अगर मैं पहले से ये सोचूंगा कि नहीं ग्रामर मिस्टेक्स बहुत ज्यादा होगी, या मुझे तो जैसे चिन्मय ने बोला कि यू हैव सम राइटिंग कंटेंट राइटिंग स्किल्स, यू डू नॉट हैव, बिकॉज विदाउट ट्राई आपको पता कैसे लगेगा कि आपके पास में है, हाउ यू नो, राइट? सो इंस्टेड ऑफ थिंकिंग कि मेरे पास में स्किल्स है या नहीं है, जस्ट ट्राई कि अगर आपको अच्छा लगता है लिखना, स्किल्स होना और अच्छा लगना दोनों में देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. So if you really think कि ठीक है, let me try for let's say 10 20 30 articles, अगर वो वर्क करते हैं मैं उसका फीडबैक लेता हूँ या लेती हूँ कि ठीक है, मुझे लगता है कि हो सकता है कोई कमेंट करे कि आपका फ्रेंड हो सकता है नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में होता है कि इट इज बिट लेंथी, ट्राई टू शॉर्ट नेक्स्ट टाइम, सो यू विल सीक सम फीडबैक एंड अप्लाई इट. अगर 30 आर्टिकल्स के बाद में भी आपको नहीं लगता दैट मींस दिस स्किल इज नॉट फॉर यू. So simple. So
True.
that's what I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah. You can use AI like Grammarly
Exactly.
and exactly. But if like I was talking, if you are too much like okay, content create like content writing में जाना है, so yeah, basic you should know. बाकी AIs are available. They will
Yeah.
just make your mistakes like
Right. I completely agree with both of you. And talking about the mistakes, I completely agree. And when you're starting something off, mistakes, you learn from your mistakes. Mistakes na ho, aisa ho hi nahi sakta. And if you're not making mistakes, then maybe you're doing something wrong. This is what I believe. Mistakes are bound to happen. And of course, feedback is very important. I completely agree with Chandan. Like you said, na, kahin baar comments me you get suggestions, you get idea, that's the feedback. And feedback is very very important, and sometimes little criticism is also important. It makes you better, of course negatively nahi, but in a positive way. So that is again there. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is for Chandan. So Chandan, the question is regarding the opportunities. So we all know कि मतलब we all keep on hearing कि content writing is booming, we have this available, that available, ये कर सकते हो, वो कर सकते हो. But let's discuss it openly. What opportunities do you think is available for people who want to do content writing? Because I understand जब आपने शुरू किया तब हो सकता है थोड़ा सा कम हो चीजें, because you had GFT, you might have another thing, लेकिन अब तो like there are ample of resources. So can you discuss a bit of थोड़ा सा opportunity के ऊपर, if you can give a light to the audience?
Yeah, sure. So see, like nowadays, things are growing rapidly. One thing. Second thing is if you're really interested and if you really some creative things, you do content creation, content writing, like they are part of one thing only. So let's say you are able to make some good blogs. So there are many freelancing websites as well. You if you see, search on Twitter, there are many creators who really wants कि ठीक है कोई हमें मिल जाए जो हमारे लिए ब्लॉग लिख दे या हमारे लिए कुछ कराउचल बना दे या फिर कुछ भी जो हमारे लिए कर पाए. सेकेंड थिंग इज मीडियम इज वन ऑफ देम. ऑल्सो अगर आप मीडियम के ऊपर अच्छे आर्टिकल्स लिखते हैं तो आप वहां से भी इवन यू कैन अर्न एज वेल. अगेन थर्ड थिंग इज GFG. तो गिग्स फॉर गिग्स के ऊपर एज ऑफ नाउ करंटली एन इवेंट इज गोइंग ऑन, राइट इट अप, and I will share my screen to show everybody as well. But apart from this, write it up as well. Like हम क्या कर सकते हैं गिग्स फॉर गिग्स के ऊपर जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो भी अपने कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो क्या कर सकते हैं, लेट्स से वो एक खुद के एक नया क्वेश्चन क्रिएट करते हैं जो अभी तक गिग्स फॉर गिग्स के प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं है, right? They can meet some articles over that question. GFG team will review it. If your article is published, then definitely you will earn some money and your name will be there. Okay, article by. Then definitely you can showcase this in your resume as well. Let's say if you are applying for some content creation type of thing, then you can definitely say. And even sometimes it works in tech industry as well. Ki, okay, I wrote some articles over the popular website called Geeks for Geeks, and these are my article links. So let me share the screen and let me show you all that what is write it up and what's the features of the write it up. Yeah. So let me know if my screen is visible. Uh, is it visible, Shagun?
Yeah, now you can go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the Write It Up event 2023. Every year GFG organized this Write It Up event, and this year also they organized it. And earlier the last date was 31st of July. Now they extended to 15th of August. Then what is this? Earlier in the Write It Up event, we are only allowed to submit only technical articles, but now they are allowing everything like interview, campus, college fest, admission, competitive exams, or a job. Any article they will allow, right? So what is the eligibility for that? There is no specific eligibility. If you are a college student, if you are experienced, if you are professional, anyone, you can simply write in a good way with some, definitely they will check there is some plagiarism or not. If it is not, then your articles will be published. Also there are some rewards as well. So if 2 3 experiences get published, you will get a t-shirt. If 4 5 experience get published successfully, then you will get a bag, and more than 5, then you will get a boat. Also, again, like top 25 contributors of each category will be selected by their reviewers, definitely, because they will see how much your article will impact on others, how much that traffic is generated from your article on that particular link. And if anything you want to add, Shagun, you can add.
Sure. So I think that's pretty much. I mean, like Chandan has explained very well about all the opportunities, and of course, guys, you can go and check Write It Up. The event has been extended till 15th of August. Write your experience, share your different experience, be it a job, working experience, college. So if you're a college student or working ho, kuch bhi ho, so you can go and write it out, and that can be a good start, and you can also get rewarded for the same. So I think this is a great opportunity, not just the tech, even the non-tech people. So over here, I know they're like mix of tech and non-tech today. So everybody, that's why this portal is made. It's not just for tech articles, not just for techies, but even for non-tech. So that's all. I mean, like you can go and check out the website, and that's pretty much about it. Right. So let's just continue. So now coming to, we are almost coming towards the end. Just a few, like a two, one or two questions, and then we'll move towards the questions from the audience. So the question is from Chinmay. So Chinmay, this is a question regarding the word of advice, I would say, or word of wisdom which you would like to pass on to the audience over here. What advice do you want to give to the early birds who are coming in content writing, who really want, obviously you've given a lot of, like you've told about challenges, problems and all of that, but again, the final words, what you want to tell them from non-tech point of view, from content writing point of view, basically.
Okay. So, yeah, I would like to tell you, like, there are three simple and actionable pointers, like, from my end. So, like, for someone just starting a content writing side hustle. So, number one is build a solid portfolio. Okay, so you have to build a portfolio, which is very necessarily, and it's not about just content writing. In any sector you are in, like whatever your choice is, जो भी आपका interest है, so portfolio is very important nowadays. So start by creating a portfolio, showcasing your best writing samples. If you don't have published work, consider writing samples in the niche or style you want to focus on. You can create a blog or contribute to platforms that accept guest post. Like I used to write on Blogger, so it's free of cost, and it's very easy to use. And then I posted my articles and blogs on Pinterest as well, so you can do that. A portfolio helps potential clients to see your skills and expertise, increasing your chances of landing paid gigs and all. And then if I talk about second thing, that is network and market yourself, which is very important. Now, see, you don't have to be shy about promoting your services, right? Utilize social media platforms, professional networks like LinkedIn, and writing communities to connect with potential people. Now, if I talk about myself, today, if somebody reaches me out to write content for their LinkedIn or for anything, they just see my LinkedIn profile that, okay, she's doing this. So, my half of the work is in my profile, so this becomes even more easier. So it's very important, and this is the factor, the major factor. What will it give you? Creating an optimized profile on LinkedIn will get you good clients. It will increase your personal brand, your visibility will get increased. And then join relevant online forums and groups and participate in discussions to establish yourself as an expert in your field. And networking and marketing plays a significant role in getting your clients and growing your content writing business, and that will even help you even more people come and suggest you as well. Now third thing is that you have to deliver the quality. Okay, so consistently delivering high quality content, like if somebody is reaching you out for services, so it's not that you are just giving them anything. And this will be by your practices. And then the high quality content that meets or exceeds your client expectation. Satisfied people are more likely to recommend you. And Keep your promises, and being professional in your communication will help you to gain trust and credibility as a content writer. So I must say that starting a side hustle takes time and effort, but with persistence and a commitment to improvement, you can turn your content writing passion into a successful, rewarding venture as well. So it will take time. It will surely take time, but it's that you have to be very persistent. You have to be very patient. So yeah, that's how it goes. So very simple, and that's how I did. And the most important thing is networking and getting on social media platform, and that is something will take you to places.
Great, great, great. I think that is wonderful. That was really insightful. So, now coming towards my last question for Chandan. So, Chandan, now let's just address few techies out there, few geeks out there from tech point of view. So, you being in tech, obviously like working as SD in Microsoft and also doing content writing. So, what advice do you have for techies, for people who are in college or maybe who are as tech working professionals? How can they start this in final word of advice as a tech person, how you should begin, from where you should begin and all of that?
See, so from where they should begin, that's the major thing. So first again, जैसा चिन्मय ने बोला, you should find some niche. तो पहले आपको पता करना पड़ेगा, बिना पोस्ट किए you cannot find कि मेरा कौन सा content चल रहा है, right? So जो मैं suggest कर सकता हूँ वो ये हो सकता है कि let's suppose you learn something new, which may or may not be known by others, or many people does not know. No, maybe possible there are some hacks in some language. Let's say Java 21 is there, and you shared some of the hacks which is for Java 21. If you are very much experienced, let's suppose 5-10 years of experience, then you have a variety of experiences, maybe technical, maybe non-technical, maybe some managerial experiences as well. They can guide us. So even if they write in a very interactive way, let's say in some of storytelling, or in some any other mean, let's say they can use graphics, they can use memes, they can use any other reference, let's say some movie scene as well. And if they create, then definitely people will love it. And there are many creators out there as well, which I know, which create many like good content in terms of technology. One of them is Rocky Bhatia, is one of them. So he's doing very great. So everyone, if you really want to start, just start. Not think कि ठीक है मेरे पास में इतना अच्छा कंटेंट नहीं है, they will like what will they think, they will. So simply just start writing. And as of now we have this AI tools as well. So just review with them. Okay, so this is my content, can you please find some grammatical mistakes, or how can I improve more? So it will definitely help you out. So that's what I suggest, Shravan.
Great, great.
Exactly. So I would add one more thing, as he said that start. I'll tell you my first post when I started off on LinkedIn. So मैं पहले ही डालती थी, पहले मुझे कुछ भी पता नहीं था, मैं कुछ भी ऐसे कोर्स डालती थी. So I don't count it as my content creation journey. When I started my first content, it was just very random. एंड सेकेंड उसके बाद जो मैंने कंटेंट को ऐड करा, मैंने वो पोस्ट किया था कंटेंट, दैट वेंट रियली गुड. So then I got to know that what actually is using simple language and what you feel like, right? But it should make sense. It's not like you're writing anything, but it should make sense. It should add value to people. You may share your learnings, you may share your own story. So that's what.
Great, great. Of course, I mean, like when you start off, it's just that one push you need. I mean, like I completely agree with both of you. And we have a lot of tools available these days. I think it's pretty easy these days because of all these resources and tools available. It's of course free of cost. I mean, like of course they're paid also, but mostly they're free, and you can start freely, and then we can just move forward with it. Okay, so guys, we are done with the questions from my side. It was a great session. Now let's see. Audience, if you have any questions, you can put up in the comment section. We'll take up the questions which will be, I would say, relevant with what Chandan and Chinmaya today suggested. I mean, like relevant to content creation, side hustle, kuch tech hai, to tech related, of course, Chandan will answer, and non-tech hai, general content writing, to Chinmaya will be there to answer. So yeah, so I mean, like please guys put your questions. So in the meantime, we are waiting for the questions. When we can just like have a normal discussion. So Chandan, Chinmaya, how's everything? And today is Friday, so like weekend coming. So what are your plans?
So no plans as of now. We just go home and cook some food for ourselves, and that's all. Make
Okay.
some shoot some reels, and we have to plan
Maybe.
content. So yeah, we go somewhere.
That is, of course, the challenge, right? Of course. So, I think we have one question. I mean, like, I can see this repeat again. DSA roadmap, DSA kaise kare? Chandan, I mean, like, you are the person to answer this. So, I mean, like, what online platforms and tools we should use for blogging, right? So, let's start. Like, DSA ke liye, if you have any inputs, Chandan, I mean, like, you are the person for this.
Yes, see, so whoever who is asking DSA कैसे करें, so like three things. बाकी तो खैर we can to discuss in detail, or many times I discussed on LinkedIn blog, LinkedIn as well, and YouTube as well. But again, so first thing you have to learn a language, either C, C++ or Python, Java. I would recommend C++ is the best language to go with the DSA. So if you learn C++, then make sure that you are aware about all of the standard template libraries. After that, you have to learn the data structures and algorithm. So you can purchase some course as well. You can watch some videos on YouTube as well, either from Geeks for Geeks or any other channel, definitely. So it's not like okay, you आपको GFG से देखना. There are many channels जहाँ से आप देख सकते हैं. आपको जहाँ समझ में आता है. After that, you have to solve some questions from basic to bit advanced or medium at least. So I would recommend two platforms for beginners, which is LeetCode and GFG. Geeks for Geeks. So both are fine. So what is my strategy for, let's say, if you are saying okay, how to learn DSA? So suppose you learn a binary search algorithm today. So try to learn the theory part of that binary search. After that, try to implement that binary search. Implementation means, suppose, let's say, if I'm teaching binary search, even after my lecture, you have to implement in your own way. What is my own way? Let's suppose you are taking the variable name, let's say I, and I am taking J. So your variable name will be more, you will able to remember more, because this is your variable name which is you are taking. So implement in your own way even after you are taking some lectures. After that, save some there, like say, make some digital or physical notes. I would recommend digital notes will be more fine, so that you can access anywhere. Suppose you are in auto, you are in traveling, you are in bus, anywhere you can just revise it, right? GitHub repo will be fine. After that, go to lead code or Geeks for Geeks. Sort the questions according to the difficulties: easy, medium, hard. I would recommend 5:4:1, 5 easy, 4 medium, 1 hard on each of the platform. Even if you require some more, let's say, even after solving 5 questions on easy difficulty, you are not gaining some confidence, then you can solve more. But at least 10 questions per topic is minimum. For dynamic programming and graph, even 500 problems, 700 problems are not enough, but still for this you have to do. So at least for 3 months, 6 months, you have to do this with very consistently. And then we can again, like, whatever you will face some problem, then we can discuss. Because if you are saying okay, how to start DSM, then this is the how we can start.
Great, great. I think this is great. I mean, like, I think काफी लोगों का question था तो ये address हो गया है. Now the other question somebody is asking is, what are the online platform and tools for blogging? So
Okay.
I think Chinmay, if you can take up this.
Yeah, I can tell there are many online tools for blogging, like Blogger, as I told, Medium, there is Tumblr, there is Wix, and there is WordPress, and LinkedIn, one of the most famous and the most productive one. So yeah, you can go through them, and these all are free of cost, and you'll get a lot from these things.
Great, great. So, okay, that was, I think, answer to the question. Now, there's one more question. Somebody is asking, how can we use AI tools to improve productivity? I mean, so if anybody wants to answer this,
Yeah, so I'll just speak 2 3 points, and Chandan, you can. So AI plays a very important role now. Like it's not too much important, but yeah, we are so busy. So sometimes it's like अभी इस मैंने बोला ना content की कमी हो जाती है. So बस उस चीज के लिए we can just add. So for example, if I'm clueless about the content, right? And I'm a social media marketer, and I talk about personal branding, I talk about life, I talk about many other things. So, but still, I have done a lot. But still, I am skeptical about the content. I'm not. I'm very confused. So you can directly take up the AI. For example, Google Bard is also there. You can take ChatGPT. You can add that I'm a content creator on LinkedIn, and I talk about social media marketing, LinkedIn growth. I talk about life. I talk about tech. I talk about this, etc. And then please give me some content ideas, content topics, anything. So it will automatically generate 10 to 15 topics. So then you'll get the topic, and that's how you can use. So over to you, Chandan. If anything you want to add.
No, nothing to add. I think Chinmaya says a lot of things. So yeah.
Okay, great, great. So guys, there is one more question. This is, I think, regarding LinkedIn. Somebody is asking that. Just a second, now. Okay, somebody is asking how to boost our networks on LinkedIn with the help of LinkedIn marketing, and any time of golden hours on LinkedIn or something like that. So basically, talking about networking and I think right time of postings. So I mean, like, please go ahead, Chandan, if you want to address this.
So see, right time of posting is like depends sometimes. Sometimes it, like for me it is almost before 11 a.m. and in evening it is after 5 p.m. But yeah, again it depends on post as well. Sometimes even 2 p.m. posts working very good, and sometimes it's not. So yeah.
Even sometimes in the morning, my morning post works very well. So because from 9, if I post around 9 a.m. to 11, it works good. But as yesterday I posted at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., so it did not went well. But on the
Hmm.
other hand, if I used to post in the morning, so it works well. And the important thing is that sometimes, irrespective of the time, I'll tell you one more thing, that the hook lines work too good. If something you've added, amazing. So your post can get viral. And the most important thing is that be consistent. You'll see the result. That's all. Trust the process.
Great. I think I agree with both of you. So yeah, the second part of the question was regarding networking. So Chinmay, you want to add anything regarding networking over here?
Yeah,
So regarding
networking. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Chandan, please, please, please.
So regarding networking, what I feel is, see, LinkedIn give almost I think 100 connections limit per week. So try to connect as much as you can. Simple. You can add Chinmaya.
Yeah, so networking with people, what I suggest is if I talk about content creation, or if I talk about if you are providing some services, so I must suggest that you get a lot many like you got get a lot many requests, right? And then starting में तो हम कर लेते हैं accept, but बाद में we have to refine that, yeah, is this connection request is beneficial for me. So I must suggest that if you are somebody from tech background, if you feel like, okay, this buddy is connecting with me, if I'm connecting with him, so there's something which is I can relate or something like that. So yeah, go ahead, and baki it's up to you आपको किससे connect करना है, because LinkedIn has that 30,000 connection limitations. So yeah, people often say that connection बना रहे हो नहीं रहा है, हो नहीं रहा है. So it's that the main thing is that to whom you're connecting, that is the most important thing. It's not that with any irrelevant person जो आपके कहीं से नहीं आ रहा है. So you have to connect with those. पहले तो आपके friends and all हो गए. Then you have to connect with somebody who is actually can add value. So that's what.
Yeah, so I think that's great. I think that was a pretty decent answer to both of these questions. So, guys, I think that is all. I mean, like, overall, I have taken the questions which were like to which we were supposed to address. Now, we are towards the end of the session. I mean, like, it was great interacting. So, any last words, you guys? Anything with the audience, and we'll wind up.
No, so like last word from my side is do everything like whatever you want. Either you will do DSA development, content creation, content writing, or anything, but with with consistency, everything will work out.
Great, great, great. So, Chinmay, anything
Exactly.
from your side?
Yeah, from my side, as Chandan said, same, same. be consistent, and I believe uh, that this three words entire my life, that is trust the process. If you are too much into content creation, you want to land, you want to crack the virality. So yes, be consistent, be very particular about your content, and everything is very important, your language, how you're presenting it. So yes, be consistent, make a proper calendar that you can have to post, and you have to be serious if you are into content creation, because it seems to be like it's very easy, but sometimes it's like, okay, it's not. So yes, consistency is the key for like anything, for any work, and for this, consistency.
Right, right. Great. So thank you so much, Chandan. Thank you so much, Chinmay. It was great interacting with you guys. So looking forward to many more such LinkedIn live sessions. I mean, thank you so much for the audience also. And yeah, that's all for the day. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shagun.
Okay.
Thank you.